this is not a failure of leadership. Gavin really wanted to use some correct or more focused terminology. He might have said there was a lack of political generosity, and there's an arguable case there. But I would remind Gavin that Derry has not been short of political generosity. It shared power before anyone ever had to. Once they got rid of the gerrymander in Derry, they shared power with their unionist colleagues when unionists wouldn't share anywhere else with them. And then if you want to go to the traditional coat-trailing supremacist march of the apprentice boys celebrating the victory in a mainly Catholic city of Protestants over Catholics on the high walls, looking down on the slums of the Bogside for years after year, a contentious parade. And how did it get resolved? By negotiation and political leadership. And in both cases, whether it was Derry City Council or whether it was dealing with arriving at a satisfactory solution for the apprentice boys, that was political leadership, that was generosity, and most of that was John Hume.
Okay, there we go. Tim.
Well, I think what happened was the starting pistol for the election was fired on Monday. And today, Michael may have made his pitch to be an SDLP candidate in that election. Quite the stir.
I will never be a candidate for anything.
What we've seen over the last couple of days, quite clearly, with Paul Gibbons' announcement on the trans guidance for schools, what we've seen with Gavin and Michelle O'Neill, and what we've seen in the chamber over the last couple of days is the general election campaign, or the assembly election campaign, has started, and that's really what this is all about. Sinn Féin and the DUP are wanting to shore up their respective blocks. Sinn Féin want to keep their 26% of the vote. The DUP are trying to get themselves back to that 21-22% of the vote before they start to try and dip into other areas to try and take votes back from other parties to themselves. That's what this is all about. I mean, Michael's right. This was really Gavin getting a march on the TUV on an issue where he could start to point the finger back to Sinn Féin, and then he could say to unionists, we are the strongest party to hold Sinn Féin to account. And the fact that we saw Michelle O'Neill bite and snipe back, I think, Gavin will be rubbing his hands together at that, because that's exactly what he wanted.